Hi, I'm Scott Flowers with Cloud Ninjas. Today we're here to continue our series on the HPE ProLiant DL365 Gen11 server. In this video, we're going to specifically focus on network cards. Let's get going. Hey, thanks for stopping by today to learn a little bit more about the HPE ProLiant DL365 Gen11 server. Do us a favor, if you find anything that helps you in this video, click that like, smash that subscribe. All right, we'll top in. This video will be a continuation of our series that's specifically dedicated to network cards. So what we're going to do is first go over the different form factors of network cards that you can use and the different expansion slots, essentially let you know how many you can use. Then we're going to go over the different interfaces, so what's compatible. Then we're going to show you all the different networking speeds that you can use as well. Then we're going to show you a nice little compatibility chart that shows you some of the HPE approved ones, some of the ones we've tested as far as just cards you can use. I'm sure it's not all inclusive, so if there's a card that you use and you like, hey, drop a comment down below, let the other users know. And then we're going to finish this and round this off and show you how to install both types of network cards. So hey, let's hop into all the fun stuff. All right, so there's two form factors of network cards. You're going to have your standard PCIe network card and you're going to have your OCP 3.0. There are two dedicated ports for your PCIe. One's going to be a high profile, one's going to be a low profile. Both are going to be Gen 5 by 16, and then your OCP 3.0. There's technically two of them, but one is for the RAID and one is for networking, and so those are going to be your different types of cards you can use, or the form factors of cards you can use, and how many expansion slots you have. Now, let's talk about GPU risers. All right, so there are two GPU risers that are going to be Gen 5 by 16, and they are high profile. So there are two GPU risers. Two. All right, so that brings us to compatible interfaces. So you're going to have RJ45, which is just another way of saying Ethernet, SFP, SFP+, SFP28, SFP56, QSFP, QSFP+, QSFP28, QSFP56, QSFP 112, OSFP, and fiber channel. So yes, there's a lot of different interfaces you can use. So what speeds can we use? You can do a 1 gigabit, 10 gigabit, 25, 40, 100, 200, or all the way up to 400. Yes, you can go all the way up to 400. So those are going to be the different speeds. And if you're using fiber channel, you can do 32 or 64. And I'm sure if you threw something that was a little bit lesser, like a 16, it probably worked just fine. But yes, you can do 32 and 64. That is what is approved. All right, so what we're gonna do next is just throw up a quick little compatibility chart. Again, this is not all inclusive, so help the community out. That's what we do these videos for, is just a general help for the community. So if there's any advice you got for this machine, throw it down below. If there's a card you like, throw it down below. If it's not on this list, I'm saying. But anyhow, help everybody out. And then right after that, we're going to show you how to do the installs for both the PCIe and the OCP 3.0.
Hey, it's Mason with Cloud Ninjas, and today I'll be showing you guys how to install your network cards via PCIe and OCP. As you can see, we have our PCIe network card here and an OCP 3.0 NIC and a T10-bit screwdriver for the brackets. So let's go ahead and set these to the side, pop our latch, and lift our top just like any other server you've been in before. Looking at the back, we'll go ahead and flip this blue tab up and unscrew the riser from the motherboard. Once that is done, we will lift the riser from its place. Now at the back of the riser, you will notice this other blue tab here, and all you'll need to do is just push it back and it will give us access to the filler bracket. Now we see the screw is holding the filler bracket, so let's go ahead and take our T10-bit screwdriver and unscrew the filler from its place. Once that is done, we will remove the filler and the screw and then set both to the side. Now we will take our PCIe network card and then take a look at the leads and the PCIe slot. You will need to make sure that these two will line up, so go ahead and line them up and install the card into the slot. We will be making sure that the bracket is flush with the back, and once you have the card slotted all the way in, we can bring back that screw and secure the bracket in place. Once that is done, just flip the blue tab back, and then we can set the riser into its original position, taking the blue tab on the side and screwing the riser back onto the motherboard. Now let's show you guys how to install your OCP 3.0 NIC. You will flip the blue tab up and unscrew the riser from the motherboard and then lift the riser from its place. Then you'll notice one of the OCP slots here. So flip this blue tab up, and slot the OCP card all the way in, and once you have it slotted in, you should be able to push that blue tab back down. And now we would just put the riser back in its original position using the blue tab to screw the riser to the motherboard, and then there you go. Congratulations, you have installed your network card via PCIe and OCP 3.0 for your HPE ProLiant DL365 Gen11 server. Hey, do us a favor, click that like button and smash subscribe. If you're looking for any custom built HPE, Dell, Supermicro, Asus, Gigabyte, Cisco, IBM, maybe you're looking for an AMD Ryzen server or an AMD Turin server, we do it all. We have both new and refurbished. So please give us a call or email us at sales@cloudninjas.com. That's sales@cloudninjas.com. Anyways guys, thanks for stopping by.